Hey guys, this is Ian back with another video, and today I'm going to talk about 3 IEMs, and I have these 3 IEMs in front of me from aurraudio, and I'd like to thank aurraudio for sending these IEMs out to me for review. By the way, all these IEMs will have to be returned to aurraudio after I'm done with the review. So whatever I say in this video is my own opinion. This video has not been scripted, and they will be watching this video at the same time as you guys are. Right, so I have the Apostle, the original Apostle, the Retuned Apostle, and I have the Duet Plus. Okay, so these 3 IEMs a little bit different, and I'm going to talk about each of them in this video. Now, if you guys are interested to order any of these IEMs, they are not available in any shops, so you will need to write an email to aurraudio, and you can communicate with them on what you need, and they will make it from scratch for you guys. And all these IEMs are made in China, as you guys know, so once it's done, it'll probably take about 2 months for them to make the IEMs, and then it will be shipped to you. Right, so this one right here is the Apostle, which is the original Apostle, and it's 1 dynamic driver and 6 balance armatures. So it's a pretty good IEM. And these ones right here, which is similar, in fact, it's just that the faceplate is a little bit different. This one is a retuned version of the Apostle, and I would say this is what I prefer more. It's got a brighter sound signature, more neutral sound signature as compared to the original Apostle. So yeah, but they do have a very similar sound signature. It's not deviated by a lot, but the treble on these do sound brighter than the original one. The mids a bit more forward as well, and the bass a little bit less. Okay, so let's talk about the retuned one. So the retuned one has got a very linear sub bass. It's textured, but it's not as forward as the original one. But the control, the bass control and the rumble is still there, and it's, I would say, sufficient for treble heads. Okay, but it's not for bass heads. So if you're a bass head and you're looking for a bassy kind of IEM, this is not the IEM for you. The mid bass is thumpy, it's impactful, it's got a bit of warmth to it. It's not as warm as the original one, but I would say it's got that thump to it as well. The impact is controlled, and it does not bleed to the mids. The mids on this, the mids is fantastic. Okay, I love the mids on these IEMs. It's forward, it's got a very good texture to it, it's got good note weight as well. The instruments sounds really clear and really forward and warm. It's got a very clean and clear delivery of the mids in terms of instruments and vocals. So vocals, they sound really authoritative. The male vocal really sound natural, and they've got a nice tone and timbre in the mids. Female vocals, they sound really sparkly, and I really enjoyed listening to vocals on these IEMs. Treble, they are really bright. Okay, they are forward. The treble extension is really good, crystal clear, and the roll off is really far. So I would say the mids and the treble on these IEMs, they're fantastic. They do sound really good, really clear, and they've got this energy that really keeps myself engaged in listening to music on these IEMs. The original one may not have as much forward treble and mids as the retuned one, but I still enjoyed listening to songs on these. It's just that it's not as energetic as compared to the retuned one. Okay, but Soundstage. Okay, Soundstage on these, okay. I mean, they do have that width on the side and a little bit of the depth as well, but it's not as deep as some other IEMs that I have or tried before. The detail retrieval and the resolution on these, they are fantastic. So crystal clear, you can hear micro details on these IEMs. They really perform really well with good technicalities. In terms of detail retrieval and resolution, these IEMs are great. The imaging on these IEMs are fantastic as well. You can pinpoint the different instruments in the room. Vocals definitely are in the middle, and drums and the instruments and percussions are all placed correctly, and you can pinpoint the positions of it. So I would say technicalities on these IEMs are great. The coherence of all the different sounds, even though it has got 6 BAs and 1 dynamic driver, is really coherent. The sound do not mix together. It's very good sound separation, and it's very, very clear when I'm listening to my music on these IEMs. So I would say this is a very good IEM if you like listen to quality music and sound. But this one is about 200 plus in terms of US dollars, so it's not a very budget friendly IEM. So if you are looking for a budget friendly IEM, then this is the one that they are producing, and this is the Duet Plus, right? So this is a 1DD and 1BA IEM. The sound signature on these IEMs is V-shaped, but it's a very good quality V-shape. The bass, the sub bass, is a very good thump, very good rumble, very textured rumble. Is warm and is, I wouldn't say controlled. It does go into the mid bass and a bit into the mids, but I can say that it's not boomy. Okay, it's not boomy, but it's a fun type of sub bass. The mid bass is thumpy, it's impactful, it's warm, and it gives me that brain massage when I'm listening to my music on this. So I think the bass department for these IEMs, they're really good. So if you like bass, you might like this IEM. The mids, on the other hand, is recessed. It's still warm. It's not much of a neutral, but it's recessed. Vocals is not as forward. The instruments are not as pronounced in the mix itself. But I would say, you know, if you like bass, then you might not really care much about the middle instruments and vocals. Same goes for treble. So treble is also a bit recessed. It's not as clear, as resolute as the apostles. And the treble extension and roll off is a little bit short. Okay. But stage and imaging is good. Okay, this is pretty okay. Not as compared to the Apostle, but in terms of the width, okay, and the depth is pretty reasonable as compared to some of my other IEMs. The layering of the sound and separation is, I wouldn't say as resolute as I wished, but it's okay. It's not a fantastic resolution and sound separation. The details and the resolution is okay. I wouldn't say it's very good, and I wouldn't say it's bad as well. So don't expect to have crystal clear sounding music when you're listening to these Duet Plus. So yeah, but if you really like to have that fun, I wouldn't say energetic, fun, thumpy experience, listening experience, these are the IEMs that you should get. Okay, and it's, I think, retailing for about $60 US, so it's not an expensive IEM as compared to the Apostle. But yeah, if you use it to listen to EDM, metal, hard rock, those kind of music, this is a good IEM to go for. Yeah, okay, so basically these are the 3 IEMs that I've tried. and I've compared them with all my other IEMs. And if you are interested to check out that video, you can click on the link above here and you can check them out and watch my live audition of these IEMs together with my other IEMs. All right, so these are my thoughts of these 3 IEMs. I hope you guys learned something from this video, and I hope you enjoyed this video as well. And if you did, do consider to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell so that you get notified of my future videos. All right, so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have a great day ahead, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.